The main thing I wanted for this base was to keep it simple. The rule I was following here was that I only wanted to build exactly what it needed to conserve my materials in the early game as much as possible, so I could discover more biomes, go deeper quicker. Some people like building extravagant bases, but I wanted a bare bones base, a workman-like base that would just help me get the job done. You can see here it's just 4 buildings, a scanner room, a moon pool, a multi-purpose room and a large room. I've also built a few platforms for stabilization and to give me some space for some outdoor planters with some vines, gel, sacks, mushrooms, pretty much everything you'll need to build stuff as you go. For energy, then we're still in the shallows here, so I've added a bunch of solar panels onto the buildings. I also have a bioreactor, which I'll show you in a bit, but realistically the solar panels give me enough power for everything I need. Another thing to note here is that I didn't put a hatch in for access. Again, we're trying to save materials in the early game, and you can access the base through the moon pool. So when you get inside, you can see I have the CMOT along with some chargers for the power cells and batteries. I also installed the vehicle upgrade console so I can upgrade the CMOT and prawn suit as I need to. In the multi-purpose room, I have my water system, my filtration unit, as well as a radio, a fabricator and a modification station. This is pretty much everything you need to create everything you need in the game. It's a slight extravagance, but I also have a coffee machine to give me that caffeine kick when I'm running from Reapers. In the large room then, I keep my food sources, marble melon, Chinese potatoes and my bulbo trees. To be honest, once you have these 3 food sources, you don't really need the water filtration system. You can get enough food and water from these plants to fill yourself up, but I like to have the option for water when I'm on longer journeys through the biomes. Next, I have the bioreactor here. You can get more efficient fuels, but I'm just using the marble melon because it's freely available. To me, again, the solar power is normally enough for everything I need to do, so I barely ever have to use the bioreactor unless I'm doing a lot of scanning or something. Over here then is where I store all the materials I need as I go exploring. I just build extra lockers as and when I need to, which is why I built a large room, because as you go on throughout the game you get more stuff, so I can just build lockers to fill it. I also have the alien containment unit. You don't need this at all, there's just a huge amount of space in the room that I wanted to fill. And then at the back here I also have the aquarium. You can actually use these guys as a food source and a bioreactor source, but I just use it to fill space and have some nice fish. Over in the final room then, the scanner room, it can help you find the materials you need to complete the game. You can use the camera here, but it's not that useful. The scanner room really comes into its own when you use this fabricator to build the hood chip. Now, once you have that, once you scan, you'll be able to see the materials right on the screen in front of you. And that's my basic base. It doesn't cost a huge amount to build. It's everything you need to finish the game. So that's the basic base you need to complete the game. But if you have additional resources and you want to spend them to upgrade your base a little bit, there are a few options. You can see here that I've added an additional moon pool so that I can dock my CMOT and prawn suit at the same time. I also added a glass dome to the large room, and finally I added another multifunction room so that I could store the placeable items that you find as you go through the game. So into the large room, and you can see what the glass dome looks like from the inside. It's not a particularly scenic place that I have this base, so there's not much to look at other than the odd reef back that swims by, but look, it looks cool nonetheless. Into the moon pool, and you can see my lovely prawn suit docked. And finally into the multi-purpose room where I store all the rubbish you pick up throughout the game. I also added a bed as well as a desk and a chair. And here's a tip about the chair: if you sit in the chair, your hunger and thirst levels stop dropping. I think this was included in the game so that you can read everything in your PDA. So there you go. Everything you need in a basic base to finish the game. But now I'd like to hear from you. Let me know in the comments if you found this helpful.